Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll explore Tableau server, and along with that, we will also see how to add a user to our server. So to do that, first thing is you have to log into a server, and based on your access or your permission to the server, the options here on the left side will be visible. Because I am site creator here, I have all the options visible here. Okay. Now here the most important thing is explore part here, which is where everything is categorized into folders, or in Tableau's terminology, if I talk, we call it as sites or projects. Okay. So technically speaking, in real time, we might have mostly two links like this. One is for production link and another one is your development link. And in development, we might have multiple folders like this. And in prod also, we might have multiple folders like this. So based on environment we are working. Suppose I am in development phase of my report and I want to publish my report as and when I am updating that. So as a first step, we will be updating or publishing our reports to this development environment. And then once the report is ready and all the testing is done, you might want to move it to a QA folder where testing team will validate that report. So this QA will be the folder where you will publish your report again. So similarly, once everything is done, you might want to move your report to production. So that's how it works here in Tableau. Now, suppose if a user has to access this server, first thing is he need to be part of the user group. Only then he will be able to log in. Suppose a user is coming back and telling that, okay, Rahul, I'm unable to access this link. It is giving me invalid sign in and all. So error message is getting. So first thing as a Tableau admin, what you need to do is check if that user is available or not. So you can check that by clicking on this user list here on the left side. Click on that and it will display all the list of users available here. Okay, so if the user is available, it will display here. If he is not available, he will not be available. Okay, now since the user is not available, I'm going to add. So if I click on this add user, there are two ways or two methods by which we can import a user. First is add users by email, and second one is import from file. Suppose assume you are trying to add multiple users together, then you can create a file with all the users list separated by comma, and then you can directly import it using this option called as import from file. Second method is add users by email. If you are updating or importing only single user at a time. So I'm going to add a single user as of now. So I'm clicking on add users by email. So we have these two methods like Tableau multi-factor authentication or Tableau ID. So if you have that or if you are using this in your real time, then you can use this option. But currently I'm going to use email address to add a user. So to do that, I'm going to take one of the email address of my student and I'm going to paste it here. So next is very important option that we need to decide, that is site role or the level of permission that you are going to give to that user. So in real time, mostly we'll get this confirmation from the client or our end user asking that, okay, they need to be given this permission. So after the confirmation is received, you can decide the permission level here. So if I click on this, these are the different levels of permissions that we have in server. Viewer, explorer can publish, site administrator, explorer, creator, and site administrator, creator. So mostly explorer can publish is the common permission that a developer like us can have on server, like, which means he can develop a report and he can also publish a report to the server. So that is the permission level a Tableau developer can have. Any other privileges apart from this, or like higher privileges, site administrator, explorer, or creator, or site administrator, creator, which means you got like Tableau admin credentials here. And end users will mostly have explorer or viewer kind of permission on the server, because end user should be able to view the report and explore the report. So he should not have an option to publish the report. Again, it depends on how you want to customize or what is your requirement. But this is the area where we can change the permission and everything. So for now, I'm keeping it as explorer can publish and I'm clicking on add user. So now when I add, an email will be sent to that user stating that you have been invited to this project. So once he signs in, that will be listed here. So just I'm refreshing it. Now you see that user is listed here, but there is a dot in front of this, which indicates that this user is still inactive. So once user signs into the server, his name will be written here, or it will be available here. If at all you want to change the permission level, click on this and click on site role, and from here you can change the permission level to whatever you want. So I want to make him site administrator explorer. Click on this and click on change site role. So this way you can also change the permission of the users from the server. If at all you want to remove a user from the server, click on this and click on remove. So thus you will be able to remove a user from the server as well. So these are the important parts of server, like adding a user and changing the permission of a server and removing a user from the server. Three important things that we need to remember. So mostly in real time, we will work with the group concept and not with the individual user group. So for that, first thing is we need to create a group. So you see below users, we have concept of groups. Same like, in WhatsApp, we have groups. Similarly, here we have groups. Okay. So if at all I want to add a user to the group, first thing is he should be part of our user group. Then only that user will be available here. You see currently all users means these are the all users or list of all users that are available on server. So by default, these users will not have any permission, or will set them that we will be seeing in our next video. But for now, I'm creating a group as, click on this and I'm naming it as SID testing. Okay. And suppose if at all you want to give any default permission as and when he signs in, then you can click on this and you can decide the permission that you want to set in. So now I want to give the users who are available here only Explorer option and click on create. Now we have created this group. Now if I go inside it, now you see here under this users tab, there are 0 users here. Okay, so you have to go inside this and click on add users. So if I click on add users, it will display list of users available here. Again, you can choose it from all, or you can choose with respect to permission level also. Okay, like site server administrator, how many users are there? Site administrator, how many users are there? Explorer, how many users are there? Like that. Okay, so for now, I'm selecting any site role and I can see 2 users are available. Okay, so I'm selecting myself here and clicking on add user. Now I am being part of this group here. So if at all you want to find out that the user is like involved in how many groups, that also you can do. Click on this and you have an option called as group membership. So here it will show you like how many groups he is part of. So this user Express Data is currently part of prod user group, QA group, and SIT testing group. Okay, so by seeing this, we'll get to know like to which folders he has access to. Okay, so one of the very important concept to understand. So that's it from my side in this video. Hope you like the video. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.